Le baguette.
J'aime les soupes.
Du fromage.
Omelette du fromage. No habla inglés. Spanish, yeah. Yeah. Spanish is interesting.
I was gonna say, Origin doesn't speak Spanish at all, does he?
Mouse is slang for... What?
That's actually
Who's hunting
funny.
who? That's a good one. I like it.
Something who.
But
Okay, so one thing I was going to check here is our Tins and Gins topics. Where did we leave off? We have quite a few questions to go through. Holy Jesus!
I had a quick just like, where are we? And it's like, I'm scrolling for a minute here.
Yeah, there's lots of way to go up. Telling you that.
But that's a good thing. Chat is doing bits in there.
One word that like always confused me in English is breathe. If you did the past tense of breathe, it's breathed.
Breathed.
And that's hard to say. Breathed.
is it?
So I would like
Breathed.
broth would make better sense. Like, oh, I breathed in some nasty stuff, you know, rather than I breathed in. Breathed is just hard to say.
Yeah, we just change it around. So you just go, oh, I took a breath.
I took a breath.
That's
Yeah.
the past tense in your
There you
sentence,
go.
I think.
Changed is the hardest word.
Changed.
I think the past tense of sprint should be sprint.
Not sprinted.
Yeah, I sprinted to the shop. I sprint to the shop. It sounds better. Sprunt.
Oh.
Sprunt is good.
Sprunt. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so
Jinx what?
let's try go through some of these questions just to get us kind of loosened up a bit. I'm still drinking, so you know.
I was gonna say.
Does anyone need a bathroom break first?
Sure. You know what? I'm gonna make this quick and easy. You want me to leave the audio on?
No.
Bathroom percent. Yeah, holy soul, we bet Ultra Nightmare. I said it to you in your chat the other day. I was so happy. I was absolutely delighted with myself. Real good. So now we're going to do Holy Soul. I don't know if you know much about Doom Eternal, but there's the DLC which is called the Ancient Gods. I'm going to try beat that on Ultra Nightmare as well. That's going to be our next goal. And as well, it's funny, I looked into it. If we actually if we put a timer over my gameplay and submit it to speedruns.com, we'd be in 4th place for any percent, no major glitches.
Really?
Ultra Nightmare, yeah. But that's because nobody submits times for that.
Well, you should. That would be fucking awesome.
That would be funny, yeah.
Fucking
I'm up there. I played Doom Eternal only on Nightmare. Yeah,
better than all you fucking noobs.
yeah. I played it on Nightmare initially, Holy Soul, but I thought it would be so cool to try finish it on Ultra Nightmare.
Death, I gave you a wave when you came in. I did not say your name though.
Death, I said hello as well. I give you a wave. Okay, so our first question. This is a good one. Do you feel guilty if a really dark joke or offensive joke makes you laugh?
Depending on the joke. If it's really bad, sometimes I'll be like, oh no. And I'll laugh, but I'm like, I should not be laughing at this. So some of them would make me feel guilty, but generally speaking, no. I wouldn't get too offended because I'm like, you should be able to take just about anything for a joke.
Especially your life.
Oh, that got dark real quick.
Yeah. If it's one of those jokes, you know, like, oh, too soon, you know, if it's a joke straight after something happens, I'm kind of like, it's not the best idea, or it's not usually the best joke. But if it's a dark joke, like a few weeks later and stuff like that, that's fine. That's grand.
Yeah, but usually the difference between a good joke and a bad joke is the delivery.
That is very true. It's funny that you say that. But talking as someone with a country that has a semi-dark past, even though it's like long
Semi?
ago.
That was a full erection
See,
of a
I'm-
dark past.
That was, okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was 2 erections full of a dark past. But I mean, it's not that other countries have brighter pasts, you know. But I'm not gonna lie. The older I get, the less I can laugh at like serious Hitler jokes. Even though if the punchline is super fucking funny, it's still a little cringy to me because you know it is something so awful that happened. But on the other hand, you know you should be able to laugh at anything because humor is a great fucking way to deal with everything, especially if it's traumatic. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hitler jokes are just like, okay,
That's
I'll,
like,
I'll
I
take
think-
the door, bye.
That's like, I think, maybe it's nearly like, I think it was Eugene, I was saying it to you, like, I love people who can make fun of themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people who are in a wheelchair and they're like, oh, I would give you a standing ovation, but you know.
No.
That's what shit. I love when people can do that. You know, they really,
Yeah.
they're in a bad position, but they can still laugh about it. And that's a good, as you said, like humor is great in everything. So I think it is good.
Oh, Shadoobie, you dumb motherfucker.
I think I've seen one of Shadoobie's Hitler jokes in your chat.
Yeah, I mean, as I keep saying, it's like I try to keep it medium spicy on the internet, but what I laugh about in like private when nobody's watching, that's a whole different thing. But there's just some jokes that are so well thought out and so well delivered that I can't help myself
Yo, Jim.
but laugh.
Such as the pink joke.
Still haunts me. Let's not
Uh,
talk about it, okay?
If
Thank you.
someone offered you a fresh start in any country of your choosing, what would you pick, or where would you pick, and why?
That is-
I'll start this one. I want to say probably Scandinavian country, probably like Sweden or Norway. It just seems to be a nice place to live. Like their government doesn't seem fucked up. They just seem to have like just decent. They seem to be quite progressive.
Oh, the mosquitoes.
Maybe
That's the
maybe
only
the
thing I
Netherlands
can-
actually for
You
no
sure?
reason. Oh, Kappa fits. Oh, Gene, look at stream. That Kappa came
at
up
stream.
perfectly over your face.
Did it?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't see it. I have Twitch chat on one side and Discord on the other.
Does jumping off a
Right.
cliff as a fresh count start? Well, it depends how much speed you gather on the way down. This probably feels pretty fresh.
Oh, I would say fucking Switzerland because they have everything Gucci. They get
Oh, New
they get to have
Zealand?
guns. Ooh.
What about you guys? The Kappa came over your face. Roxy, I haven't been able to say that to anyone in a long time.
Oh, shoot, that's a tough one.
Gene, where would you choose?
Switzerland. Definitely Switzerland.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking like close, far away, I would say some island that nobody's touched and I could just build my own. But yeah, if we're talking close up, Switzerland definitely. Good government, good everything. Small country, good resources.
But Nestle came from Switzerland, right? Nobody likes
Switzerland?
Nestle.
I mean, of course nobody does, but this is about me, right? This is not about the good of the earth. But Switzerland be pretty dope.
I would go to New Zealand for the white. New Zealand seem like ever since the pandemic started, I realized New Zealand really have their shit together.
Yeah,
Perception.
especially
it's
with
Lord-
COVID.
Lord of the Rings land as well. I'm veering towards Canada. I'm not sure why. I like the snow, a place like that, and just like Canadians as a whole seem to be just really chill people. They don't seem to care about like a whole lot. Just get your shit done and hey bud, it's all good. So I guess I'll just go Canada. Just like that's the first one that popped into my head, so I'll go on my instinct. They just
Cool.
seem like a cool bunch of dudes. That's my one.
Oh, this is a good one. What would be your top career choice, and what career would make work not feel like work? What would you be your dream career, I suppose? Gene,
That
it
is
looks
a
like-
very
It
complicated
looks like you're ready to answer this question.
to ask. I'm honestly, It's like I'm gonna be 30 next year and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. It's like I could not answer that question. I feel like what I'm doing right now, streaming on Twitch a little bit, that
You're
doesn't feel
enjoying
like
it, right?
work.
Yeah.
I'm really, really starting to enjoy it. It was kind of a like bumpy start, but I have very great people that take very good care of me. Thank you, Yeti. And yeah, it's pretty nice. I get to do what I want. I get to like educate myself every day, and yeah, why not?
I think like, yeah, I kind of agree. Like I'd love to do I'd like to do Twitch full time, but we were just talking about it earlier, to do it like full time as like a career. Like not just to, survive, but to actually make a profit and, make a good life out of it. You need a stupid amount of viewers.
Yup.
Like,
Yup.
like you need probably consistently like up to 1,000 viewers easily.
But we all seen how that works. So Dax is halfway there.
I'm talking about like consistent viewers, not followers.
No.
Yeah.
The stream we watched earlier, that's what I was referencing.
Ah, yes. Okay. If I'm a cologne. Oh, jeez. Star Wars bad puns. I like it. Pretty good.
I was just
Perception. Well, actually, my dream job. I don't know. I'd like to go into nutrition. Like if I was to do college again, I would not do computer science. I would do like nutrition of some sort. Because I have not a passion about that, but it really interests me. Like just nutrition as a whole, I think is very interesting. What do you mean, really? Why?
I would do it the other way around. Yeah, I have a background in like biology and sports science, and I would definitely. I mean, I was gonna study bioinformatics, but the math part of it was.
That's why I hate computer science. The amount of math.
Yeah, and it's the degree of math that you have to do. Because, I mean, I understanding a computer is basically it's all math. Like this entire universe is all math, but at least the university I went to was pretty ridiculous what they had us do.
Yeah. Holy soul, computer science is a good career choice. Like it was a great course and I have a lot of opportunities from it. But like I'm working with computers at the moment, but everything I did in computer science isn't being done in my job currently, as in it's a different job. It's in computers, but it's different. And I much prefer what I'm doing now as my job compared to the university work. Mathematics killed me, man. Like I'm good at maths and stuff, but holy crap. Cybersecurity. The infected dog is studying cybersecurity. Perception, dream job, hit me.
Oh, dream job.
One sec.
But not like ideal, like dream job. It would probably be along the lines of streaming as well, just because it's like the main source of content that I've been exposing myself to these last like 15, 17 years. Well, not Twitch, but like YouTube included. And it always fascinated me, and I was like, I'd love to do that, but I never done like the push to get it going. That would be the dream job. If it wasn't something other than that, my other one would be one that's long gone by now, but professional snooker player. That will always hold oh
wow, that's unique.
A secret candle in my heart. I fucking love watching it and playing the snooker. So that would be did you be just about on par with each other, I think. So
nice.
They'd be my dream. What I do, like realistically in life, not a clue. Haven't figured it out yet. I've done a load of like different types of jobs, but I haven't found something that I want to sink my heart and soul into for the rest of my life. But there's no pressure.
Hola.
Hello, friend.
Did we just become best friends?
How long could you survive being the last person?
Oh,
I'd say like until I died of starvation. Because like if you're the last person, just say everyone just disappeared. You're the only one left. You could easily just go around to like supermarkets and get non-perishable goods that would last you probably a lifetime. But like the loneliness and stuff, you know, shit.
I wasn't gonna say.
Shit buzz.
Because even at that rate, you could get like books and everything to, and would the internet still be up? Probably not. People would have to maintain that. But like you could find books like to learn hunting and like what berries and all those, like the spider charts of what'll kill you and what won't, all that type of stuff. I wouldn't be too. If I had a companion, that would be grand. Like a I Am Legend style, a good old German Shepherd by my side. I'd be
Happy enough.
Little I Am Legend.
but then also brokenhearted when the dog would eventually perish himself. But I don't want to think about that part.
It's funny. I just like I started reading it 3 years ago, but I like have a glance at it for a while. It's a book by I think it's a German dude, and he just gathered all the knowledge that you would need for the apocalypse. Basically, like he starts with planting crops, for example, and how to like utilize stuff that is there now to survive when shit goes down the drain. And I'm not gonna lie, reading that makes me question my ability to survive, because I think we overestimate how fit we are, and then you're confronted with this nothingness and nothing works anymore. Nothing is how it used to be. And I don't know. Then he talks about like turning ventilation units into like water fucking purifiers and shit. And
Jeez.
yeah, I'm pretty newbie when it comes to that. Like I spent a lot of time in nature as a child. Like my first hobby was fucking rock climbing, and I did some serious fucking rock climbing, and that includes like camping and shit. But I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to be all alone, and then you have to do this all by yourself. You're dependent solely on yourself. That's the part that would.
But then knowing that you're the very last of your species, and once you're gone, that's it. That's just
exactly.
Imagine how depressed you'd be as well trying to survive.
But that's the whole point. Would you actually be? Because the fucking pressure that lays on you to survive, to fucking get up every morning and just gather and hunt what you can to survive.
And that
I think that kicks in.
You'll have to invent another species. Yeah, that pig down the road would look pretty hot after a while. That goes into our next question. If you and another member of the opposite sex are the only survivors at the end of the world, but they absolutely annoyed the shit out of you to the point that you couldn't be around them, would you still try to save humanity?
That you wouldn't. Just two individuals couldn't like save humanity.
Oh yeah, I know, but would you try to reproduce to try and get a little, you know, thing going?
You have a baby that you have to take care of, and humans are not very good when it comes to reproduction. Like we have kids, like we could have kids every like year, but then what would they do? Would they breed with each other? Like congratulations, if that's humanity, like might as well not.
Yeah, imagine like if that was the case, imagine like 300 years from that person, how fucked up everyone would be. It was just inbreeding left, right, and center. What are you doing, step bro? No, literally, what are you doing, brother? Yeah, brother.
Yeah, no, thank you. What you doing? Yep.
Okay, next one. This is a good one. Do you believe that we should be able to make jokes about anything, or are there things/topics that we should never joke about? Like, I think people make jokes of like the Holocaust and shit, and that's pretty bad. Like, I think that's nearly as bad as you can go in terms of like making a joke.
Pretty much.
But people still make jokes about it. It's a joke. Like a joke is a joke. Yeah, Bird. But
I
like,
think it all depends on the setting.
Yeah, it depends on who you're saying it to.
Who you're saying it to, how it's delivered again is another thing. Like, how would you fall into the thing of too soon? How long does something have to take place before it's okay? Or is it like
I say give it a week, like just give it a few days, you know?
Is it like how bad was it? Or is it like, would you say like, oh, if a tragedy happened, no matter how bad it was, give it a week? or would you have to be
Yeah.
like, oh no, I kind of have to set standards, draw
I think
a
it depends
few
on how
lines.
close you are. Like if just say somebody got murdered and there was jokes going around about it, but that person was, I knew them, I'd never make a joke about it. There'd never be a time where I'm like, okay, now I can joke about it. But if I never knew the person, things like that, then you probably can. I don't know. It depends on like who it was as well.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go with Yeti here. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's
and then
true, yeah.
Shadu becomes in 27,
27
minutes.
minutes.
Oh.
There probably
No,
are,
but
like, I don't know.
I think Yeti is right. Just because you can doesn't mean you necessarily should. And it all depends like who you're saying it to. It's like, as I said, I wouldn't joke about certain things on stream, even though if there's like 2 people watching, I still wouldn't say it because first of all, it's the internet, and secondly, I don't know. There's just a lot of things where I'm like, just chill out.
I get it. When was the last time you hated somebody? Like truly hated that they existed?
Good question, yeah. I know.
Does yourself count?
Yeah, right.
Because about like 10 minutes ago.
Well, let's talk about other people.
I can't remember the last person I like truly hated. Hate is something so temporary. It is, holy soul. And if people say like hate is temporary, I agree, because I think I brought this up on one of the talks recently that like, you know, people in England that get like acid thrown in their face and attack,
Yeah.
and they end up disfigured for their whole life, and then 10 years later they somehow like go onto a talk show and they say, oh, I forgive the person that did this. Like if they can forgive a person that literally disfigured them for life through acid in their face, like I think hate is not temporary at all. Or
I
hate
think
is
hate fucks
temporary,
you
sorry,
up.
not it's not permanent.
Well, hate fucks you up, and I don't know, the older I get, the more I try not to have negative feelings towards other people, because I don't know, I think that influences me more negatively than
Same.
it influences them.
And what
And-
benefit do you get from hating somebody?
Exactly.
Like zero.
It's
No, nothing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
bad vibes. That's about it.
exactly. And
Sending
who
bad
the
vibes
fuck
your
wants-
way.
Yeah, right.
Being angry all the time, yeah, it's holy soul. Like I see, like I don't know, holy soul. Holy soul's a speedrunner for anyone that doesn't know. Like he does the same thing again and again and again, and he must get frustrated. But holy soul, there's literally a joke I remember somebody said about holy soul. He like something bad happens, he's like, what a pile of shit, you know, this is bullshit. And then literally 2 seconds later he's like, we're on an okay pace. He's just able to like flip it straight away to like, hey, this fucking sucks, to we're doing okay. And then he's just able to like drop it. Yeah, waste of energy. Like what benefit do you have from hating somebody?
Yeah.
Like yeah, you can
strong.
hate them.
I like the word loathe.
Loathe?
Loathe is worse. Yeah, loathe is like a tier above hate, but like it's still going to bring you the same thing. Like I'm just trying to think back, and like there's only one person that's done something to me that I could probably say that I've hated. But if I was thinking about it now, I'm just like, I don't care for them. I'd make friendly chit chat with them if I was to talk to them, but it's too much energy to hate someone. Like if you're like fibers, it's like, oh, I hate this person. It's it drains you mentally, not exactly physically, but I get that. There's no need for hate.
Just love each other.
what
It's
it said.
fine.
I think that's
And
just
the follow-up question was, what did they do to make you hate them? Honestly, I can't remember the last person I hated. I can't choose like, oh yeah, I hated this person and this is why. And maybe I did dislike people, but I'm not exactly an angry person.
That's good. That is real good. I used to be a very, very angry person, and it put me into some very, very dark spots in my life. So I try to like just not have negative feelings. And if somebody annoys me, I just shut the door and don't leave them in anymore. But
That's all you need to do. She
Exactly.
made me move to London and then dumped me when I got there. That's pretty shit, Yeti. That is pretty shit.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck her. Fuck her.
Fuck her.
I get that. It's easy to hate, but dropping the hate will serve you better in the long run.
Yeah, like even one of my
It eases over time.
one of my exes that I've talked about on stream, the very nice ex, you know, that I've talked about on stream before, that she's really nice. She's really a lovely person. As much as she did, I very much disliked her. I can't say I absolutely hated her. She was a bitch and I didn't like her at all, but can't say I hated her. And I just, whatever, I don't care. Did anything happen to you good happen to you in London? Dislike is not the same. Yeah, that's true. Holy soul.
Yeah.
What was the question just there again, Dax?
What did the person do to make you hate them?
Oh, I suppose I was starting a new relationship, and going well and everything. So it's nothing towards my better half at the time, but one of my friends, or so-called friends, I would not call him that now. He used to go out with her. Years previously, I didn't even know, but he found out that I was starting to date her, so he was trying to slide back into the DMs, and she told me, and I was just like, I'm kind of curious to see how much of a rat bastard he is. So I was just like, do you want to just lead him on and tell me what he's trying to do? So she was over in college in Edinburgh at the time, and he was trying to buy flights over and attempting to sext her and all this, and I was just like, yeah, okay, this guy's a cunt.
I remember the last
that's
person
my
I
reason.
hate. I remember.
Spill it.
It was somebody I used to be friends with. My training partner was in the gym, was killed in a car accident it was the 23rd of December 2018. He died in a single car collision, which was pretty bad. But we had a group of us in the gym that we were all relatively friendly. But a few weeks later, they all went and met this guy, the guy that died. John was his name. They met his mother, and I couldn't make it. I was at the far side of the country at the time. And then whenever I went back to the gym, I realized that these other people kind of stopped talking to me and kind of started ignoring me. And this was on for months. I was a loner in the gym, like nobody would talk to me. And then I kind of asked, like, hey, what's the fucking crack? But basically they were all pissed off that they weren't happy with how I dealt with John's death. They were like, you should have been there for his mom and everything like this. And that pissed me off to no end, like that. It was just annoying me, because even after the funeral, they said, hey, Dax, we're going for drinks. Do you want to come? And I was really upset, and I was like, no, I'm just going to go home. I just wanted to go home. I just didn't want to be around anyone. And they thought that to be very disrespectful from me. And that's another reason why they stopped talking to me as well. That pissed me off unbelievably. That, like, who are you to say, you know, what's right and wrong? Like, our friend has fucking died. And yeah, I hated the guy that initially kind of influenced everyone else to stop talking to me. I hated him. I hated him so much. Just because I lost all of my friends because of him. So that was pretty sad.
That is fucked up.
How can you
Like,
police how somebody else grieves? Yeah, exactly, Roxy.
How is anybody gonna tell you how you deal with grief? So
yeah, and like when John was alive, I did things with John outside the gym, like we went paintballing together, things like that. And then because I didn't do this after he died, they were like, you were very disrespectful for John, like, you know, did you even care about him? And I'm like, what the fuck? I actually spent time with him, you know, when he was actually alive. It annoyed me. And that's actually why I built my home gym, because I left the gym because I felt like I was nearly being bullied, that everyone was ignoring me. So I was like, fuck this, I'm out. That was it. So yeah, that's man. There you go. Next question was, oh right, if there was a train about to run over 5 people, but if you push a button it would change its course to run over 1 person, what would you do? Push the button or leave it on its natural course?
we rush through that? I fucking hate that question. There's a zillion and two answers to that, and I don't know. It's
Like if you leave it, you know, it's 5 people dying, but you didn't interfere.
yeah.
Whereas if you push the button, it
Exactly.
feels like you've. It
But
depends on
then
the person,
if
who the person was, but that's different.
see,
Then if you didn't know the people
that's
at
the
all,
whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point. But if that one person, what if he knew that, you know, he had the cure to cancer or something? It's like of course 5 lives over one, but yeah. That's why I hate this question, because you can spin it in so many
I'm
ways.
not going to be directly responsible for killing one person. The 5 people could be bad or be fine. Yeah, I'd probably let it run its course. Sad as it is, like, you know, 5 people over one person, but when you push that button, you're responsible for one person's death. But then you could say you're responsible for 5 people's death by not pushing the button.
Exactly. So yeah, I will push the fucking button.
Morality is such a shit. There's no winning with morality.
Exactly. Exactly.
Morality can suck my. Yeah.
That's not very moral of you to say.
It's been 9 months. Please, morality, suck my dick.
Oh.
We've done a few of
Yeah,
those questions.
see?
Yeah, we've done a lot of morality questions and shit like that.
Derail
train,
the
kill them
train,
all.
kill them all.
Yeah, can
See,
you
Yeti
push the
has the
button
best
after it's killed the one person and then kill the other ones as well? Because then, like, you know, then there's no witnesses.
That's not how mafia works, though.
Trains have reverse, don't they?
Yeah, sure.
But okay, we figured this out.
What's the best way for a single man to approach an attractive woman he's never met? And then number 2 was the same question, but for a female. Hey, Jean. It's quite convenient that you're on tonight.
I was gonna say, you answer the male part. I'll try to, yeah, sum up my female experiences in life.
Yeah, because we're the right guys to ask.
Yeah, bunch of virgins in here. Oh no!
Oh
wait.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It's only January 1st. It's fine. It's not the 22nd yet, lads. I don't know. A female has never approached me before, so I don't know what I like.
I was gonna say, I think Shadubi should answer that question. Oh,
She do
that's
be,
good.
she
Then
do
I'm on the
you.
other-
Exactly.
Usually I let the females do the approaching because I'm just shit. Then I'm gonna wait this out. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Why would you say that? I feel like
Because that's what I've done, and it's worked before.
never change a running. Okay, I see.
Well, Jean, what's your?
I don't like. Honestly, I think this whole male and female part of that question is valid, but also
How does anyone
not-
want to be you know? Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
there's
it's
no
more about
surefire way.
there's so many variables to this, but I think when a male approaches a female, that's like the classic part of it. Like, male wants to pass on DNA, and female is like, yo, your DNA looks fucking promising, let's fucking do this. And
I have
I don't know.
KD ratio of 3.
there you go. Yeah, Shanu was like, let me smash.
Let me
No, in all seriousness,
that's what she do did. Nice, my man up top.
no, that's not what he did.
Don't lie, Gene. Don't lie. We know he
No,
did.
he was a very, very polite person, but he was the one who approached me. And then for a couple of months, I just, you know, I couldn't because I was in a very bad relationship before that. And I was kind of in your position, Dax, and I was just like, no, I'm not fucking ready for this. But he was very persistent and very just present in my life. And I don't know. Then when I felt that I was like ready to hang out with someone, I did not lead him on, like not at all. I was completely open and honest, and I think that's what it comes down to. Like, male or female, just like fucking say what's on your mind. If you like someone, then you tell them. If they don't like you back, then that's that. Move on. Life's long. But it was how long was it, Ben? I have no fucking idea. But yeah, at the end of the day, when I was like ready to fucking hang out with someone again, I was the one that made moves, and I don't know. I
Nice.
just don't. Yeah,
You
there's
just
no
needed
point in
time.
holding back. Exactly. I just needed time, but there's no point in holding back once you like someone. Just tell them
Yeah,
exactly. It was
just be
69 days.
honest. I think so. I think that would be like a nice way. Somebody literally like, hey, I kind of like you, and that would be it. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And if somebody can't handle that, then you know it's not right. But if that person is like, bet I like you too, then that's that. Done deal.
There we go. Done deal. If two people are dating and want to pursue a life together, the kids, marriage, house, etc. But oh god, this fucking question. Oh no. But then you find out their religion doesn't accept one. Oh wait, no, this isn't this question. This guy. Their religion doesn't accept one another. Should they still pursue life together? Basically, do we let religion make our life decisions when it comes to relationship? Fuck no. Everyone in this channel knows my views on religion, so that's all I'm saying.
Religion. No, I'm agnostic, so I'm a fence rider, but I wouldn't really let religion have a say over my life. As long as you're sound, that's the main thing.
But if somebody is very persistent with their religion, are they sound to you?
Like if they're going to like force me to change, like to within their confines of religion or their view, no, I won't consider that very sound. No.
Yeah, if I was with a girl and she like I was absolutely head over heels with her, and she was like, "You need to go to Islam if we're going to get married," I'd still probably say no. Like as much as I'd be head over heels for that person, I just don't. Religion is zero to me in life, and if it means that much to them in life that they want me to change over, then we shouldn't be together if they care about it so much and I don't care about it so much.
Yeah, like if
100%.
you can do you, if you can do you and I can do me, and sometimes we can do each other, it'll be
Nice.
just
Wait, what?
Nice. You talking about sex, right?
I was gonna say, we still talk about religion.
Next question. What would you do if you had an obscenely large penis?
Ooh,
What wouldn't I do? Probably go into porn. Why not?
really?
like how insanely large. Like, are you talking
Yeah.
about
Like human tripod type.
like the guy who has like a 13-inch wang and
Oh, yeah.
he passes out whenever he
Gets an erection. That's
gets
horrible.
hard? Yeah.
I feel like it gets to a point where it's actually like I would kill to have a smaller
Weird.
penis.
We're joggers all the time.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, wear tight pants. I'm right there with him. Just show it
Yo,
off.
do you realize you have a tumor down to your Oh, that's not a.
Oh, it's my dick.
Never wear pants.
Oh.
Okay, next. Is it easy for you to fall asleep or you have difficulty?
Ugh.
Get your act right and go into the escort business. That's true.
I'll be back on this, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Grace the world with your
go to the
schlong.
lavatory.
Okay. Jean, do you have trouble sleeping?
I do. Like, I insanely do. It's like, what is sleep at this point? No, legit. I have I don't know whatchamacallit, but I cannot go to sleep. I literally have to force myself to lay still and count down from 100, and I do that like 10 times, and then like at some point I just pass out because I can't count anymore. But yeah, I have a bad case of rapid neuron firing right before I go to sleep, and the only thing that helps is what I'm not going to mention. But yeah.
Gina, are you a rapid or a violent leg shaker by any chance? Because
I do not.
Your camera's like moving.
It's attached to my table, and every time I move, I'm like the table does
okay.
this.
Because everyone makes fun of me because I'm like I have restless leg syndrome. It's just I constantly like move my leg. Like, you know when you're sitting down and you kind of just bounce on your heel? I do that all the time, and everyone thinks it's funny on stream because if my hands aren't here, they're like, "Hey Dax, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, easy now."
Yeah, hey Bert, I'ma just answer it with this. So I think we Gucci.
What about you, Perception?
Or- no.
Do you find it difficult to sleep?
Yes, I would. I think it's because I just don't have consistent sleep. But like when I do get to sleep, I can just stay sleeping. Like I can wake up and be like, and then go back to sleep. Like I think the longest that I've ever slept when I haven't been high or drunk has been, I think it was like 18 or 19 hours. And I had to have like family come in like to check that I was still alive. I was just like,
Is he breathing?
But I find it easier, like if I was like with someone like in a relationship, I find it easier sleeping beside someone. Cuddles makes me go to sleep. Cuddles are just great.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
But,
too. Perception. You doing anything tonight? Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm okay when it comes to sleep. Like some nights I find it quite difficult to sleep. I usually put on a stream or something like that, and I just put on my headphones and like I've fallen asleep listening to Doom and stuff. Like any sort of kind of, it's weird if I'm in a completely silent room. Sometimes I find it quite difficult to sleep. But if I'm in a room with the tiniest little noise, like just in the background, could be anything, like the TV on, something like that, then I can sleep.
I have on my tablet, I have a fire with like a thunderstorm in the back. That's what I have turned way up.
Really
Yes.
heavy rain.
I have rainy mood on my phone.
Yeah.
I used to sleep with headphones on full blast when
Hey,
I
here.
was a teenager, and it was great.
Batter Jazzes, take some GABA. Bro, that shit makes me trip balls as
What is
well.
GABA?
Together with,
GABA?
it's a neurotransmitter. And you can, I honestly have no idea if when you take it orally that it survives your stomach acid, but mixed with tryptophan, holy fucking balls. Yeah, my dreams are fucking insane. Like, yeah. I'm not a lucid dreamer, but holy fucking shit. When I think about something before I go to sleep, then I actually dream about that. And yeah.
Thinks about happiness before going to sleep.
Thinks about loving yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
Eldo's on that Sopranos vibe. Hey, yo, where's the gabagoo?
What are some day-to-day difficulties that you guys experience? Or if it's a first world problem, my phone charging cable not being long enough for me to lie in bed and use my phone while charging at the same time.
Hey bitch, I'm like light years ahead of you. I ordered a fucking 2-meter cable on Amazon and that changed my fucking life. I don't have to do like the cripple hand anymore. It's like, hello? Can I barely read this? But yeah. Give me your address, I'll send you one. My present to you.
I'm good, I'll just get my own. It's okay. I'm getting it from Amazon DE because I'll be changing to DE. So it'll be coming from Germany.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
Alright, Roxy, talk to you in a few.
Hurry back.
Alright, while you guys are answering that, I'm gonna go pee.
First world problems in day-to-day life. There's too many world problems in day-to-day life. Which one? Oh god.
Yeah, right?
Well, the charging cable is probably one. Because I have 2 sockets in my room, one right behind my bed and the other one under here, plugged into an extension cable. But the socket behind my bed doesn't work, so I have to have my phone charged before getting into bed, or else it stays dead.
Yeah, that is an inconvenience.
Oh, first world problem. I suppose my biggest one in day-to-day life that I'll just say was probably before I got my new internet. My internet was ass. So like you could time it 7:30 until maybe 11:30. The internet was basically unusable. No matter like how many megabits I saved during the day, so I'd have more for the evening time or that. That was probably my worst first world problem. Or if I run out of milk, because I'm a tea addict.
I was gonna say something along those lines because I hate inconveniences, so I basically spend my whole life trying to get rid of the ones that really annoy me, including chargers that are too short, milk. I literally go grocery shopping once a week and then I buy just a fuck ton of groceries. I'm very blessed that my neighbor has a car and is nice enough to take me grocery shopping once a week because I could not carry that shit. And I do not own a car. So yeah. But I honestly, my entire apartment is structured so I don't experience any inconveniences. I have chargers in every room except for the bathroom. Because yeah, why would I?
Electricity in the bathroom, not a good call.
Yeah. But anything else, I honestly I cannot complain. I can honestly not complain.
We
Yeah.
good?
That's pretty good.
Say?
Gucci.
You have your shit figured out more than you think then.
Yeah, when it comes to convenience, but let's not talk about life or career choices. Okay, I'm out.
Can't see if can't complain. What's something
Yeah,
cool you
yeah.
recently learned about? What's something cool that you recently learned about? Where do I start?
I was gonna say, I think all the streaming stuff, the Discord stuff, that's like something new that I learned, which I think is pretty fascinating. Because as I told you, I'm like, I always thought I'm kind of a techie person. Like I knew where the HDMI input on TVs and computers was, and I know how to like hook everything up. And my family came to me for help when it comes to like tech issues. And then I started streaming, and I'm like, I'm a fucking noob.
What's
Like
going
I
on?
don't know shit. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But I'm also like a person. I try to be very, very fucking independent. And here's to you, Shadubi. Thank you for tolerating that. It's like to a point where I hinder myself in life because I don't accept help and shit. So yeah. Thank you for helping me, Dex. Really appreciate it.
That's no problem. Perception?
I guess my one is a kind of morbid. It's still cool though. I was watching a thing on the elephant's foot from Chernobyl, which is basically
That's cool as fuck.
the it's like a giant mass of like all when the fusion reactor like went down. It's like an amalgamation of like the concrete, the steel, the iron, and everything. Just like,
Corium is what it's called.
yeah, the corium. It's the only element.
I think it's the only
Or-
corium in the world, isn't it?
Is it Fukushima in Japan when that melted down? And there was a meltdown on Long Island as well that also had it, but it's the only place, like, I suppose it's not in nature because only humans make nuclear reactors, but it's the only time you'll ever find corium in the world unless it's like made by scientists itself. And just the fact that there's a massive glob of just like black mulch in the bottom of
I think it's really cool. Did you ever see the pictures of that?
slowly melting into the ground?
Do you ever see the pictures of it? And it's really cool. The pictures are like really distorted, and it's because of the radiation. Is literally just like radiation is so cool when you think about it. You can't see it, you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, and yet that shit is just tearing you apart. It's just, I think it's cool. It's terrifying, but it's cool at the same time.
Yeah, the only in 1986 or 87, maybe it was 90. I think it was in the first 5 years after the reactor went down. They sent one guy down in like a full hazmat suit or whatever, and had a camera on a trike or a trolley, and he had to wheel it around the corner and then like use the button to take the photo. And he only took one photo of it, and it was the only photo that was able to be taken in like 20 years, and it produced so much radiation. Even though he wasn't like next, nigh, or near it, he was probably like 100 meters away. He ended up like dying within like 3 months. Like the half-life on it is insane.
Chernobyl is very interesting to me. I spent hours looking into things. Just As much as like people hate nuclear energy, I think it is the most efficient form of energy.
It definitely is.
Oh,
Humanity just hasn't figured out how to utilize it properly.
Yeah,
And
and not fuck up.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm a sucker for like subatomic shit, including radiation, and just looking into how things are built. Like it all started out when I like majored in biology, and then I like when I realized what DNA actually is, that this entire planet shares that super small unit of code that codes everything. Like every carbon-based life runs on the same structure. And then I started looking into quantum biology, like whole macromolecules that disappear in one spot and reappear in the other without any further explanation how that happened. And yeah, that is clone streaming coming. I mean, cloning is fucking interesting. It's like, yeah,
It's like the whole
I
thing
don't
of,
know.
you know, teleportation. Like, it's if teleportation was a thing, it would literally be destroying you on one side and rebuilding you on the other side. So when you get to the other side, you're being rebuilt the exact same way, but you're not the same person.
Yep.
You're just a clone replicated on the other side, and you have all your consciousness and everything passed across. So would you guys teleport if it was an option? Because you know, when you get to the other side, technically you're the same person, but you're not the same person. You're rebuilt.
If it was perfected, as long as
Yeah.
like that, like one atom wasn't going to be in the wrong place, and you're going to be just fucked up, whatever you turn into, yeah, I'd use it.
I'd
If
use it
every
as well.
fucking covalent bond would be the exact same, of course I would do it. Like if you literally do not change a single atom, then definitely yes.
Yeah,
But
I'd be the same. Definitely. The new person would think that they're a new person. That's like, did you guys see that that series with what's Ant-Man, his actor? What's his name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Did you guys see the series on Netflix with Paul Rudd where he like clones himself?
Oh, living with myself.
That's that kind of gives the whole thing of
No.
Gene. I don't know if you've
Good.
seen it, but he basically he has a miserable life, and
Yeah.
feels really bad, doing everything wrong, fucked up, and he found that these celebrities were going to a massage parlor that's like, we will change your life. So
Mhm.
he goes to it, and he wakes up, and he is like a completely different person. He's you know, so productive. He's just great at his job. He treats his wife really well. He's really good at sex, all this stuff. But then he realizes that he's a clone, and the
Mhm.
original Paul Rudd that went in was buried in a forest. But the original Paul Rudd wasn't dead. So he woke up and he came back and he was like, what the fuck? I'm the real one and you're the clone? So like, that'd be weird if if the clone would never know that the original existed. It's a pretty good series.
I was gonna say that's kind of a mind-blowing question. Yeah. I don't know. But should we write that down? Maybe we can watch that next because we just finished a show that was a hot
That's
flaming
good.
dumpster fire. Yeah.
10 episodes on Netflix. It's very good.
Nice.
It's not really spoilers. That's all basically in the trailer. The story
That
that
was-
unfolds.
You know that in the first episode. Like,
Hey, I'm gonna take an actual bathroom break.
yeah,
So
work
I'll be
away.
back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, we'll take a few minutes.
An actual bathroom break.
Total Recall 1990. I haven't actually. I know Total Recall, but I haven't watched it yet.
98. Oh, the one with. Wait.
Cheers, everyone. Wait, what?
Oh, cheers.
Where's my fucking drink?
Cheers.
Ah,
Like,
ch.
It
Are we
depends on
doing it
which
where
cheers
Gene's
you
gone?
go.
Quick, let's
No,
get
I
one
can't
in.
do that.
Ah, come on.
Oh wait. Like what cheers are we doing?
I'm just gonna do
wait,
this.
Am I going cheers beer? Okay, hold on. Let me crack another bottle.
She's having a shit, isn't she? Probably. She's pooping right now.
I'll be quick. Total Recall, is that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
No.
or is that
No.
Colin Farrell? No, Colin Farrell was the remake, wasn't it?
And In Bruges with Colin Farrell. That is
That's
such a good
favorite.
movie.
So good.
Such a good. If anyone hasn't watched In Bruges, it is so funny. It's a fucking great movie.
I hated it when I was younger, and then I said I'd rewatch it, and by God, I don't know why I even thought it was anywhere near a bad movie when I was younger. I just didn't get it. The ice cream.
Yo,
in
Jay,
the
what's the crack?
park.
We're just waiting on Jean. She's dropping a poo. I'm convinced she's dropping a poo, so we're just gonna drink away. What are you doing?
I'm stuck in the foam while I'm.
Oh, right, okay. Quick, come on. Oh, the American chasing him around the church? No, the best one is the fucking with the dwarf. You American? Yeah, don't hold it against me. He's like, that's for me to fucking decide. He's just, do you want some coke?
Such a good fucking movie. Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Love you very much.
3 and 2. Oh, on. Cheers.
Oh. Oh. Jay, not much.
I'm gonna be belching for 5 hours.
Have you seen The Guard? I haven't seen The Guard yet. Yeti. It's on my list.
I haven't seen The Guard either. It looks good. I love Brendan Gleeson.
Ah, hey, Gene. Welcome back.
Hello. Oh, you know what? Let me get a drink too, because I just emptied mine.
Okay. I love the way she's in like the really nice dress and then she has the fluffy boots on. It's like sexy New Year's outfit, but comfort on my feet.
I was thinking of getting dressed up, but it's like I don't really have dressy.
I got dressed up too.
The only thing I could do would be like put on a jumper or a jacket. My t-shirts are not made for style.
Gene, I was
Styling
saying,
to me.
I love the way you put on like, you know, the sexy New Year's outfit and then you have the fluffy boots on to keep your toes warm.
I was gonna say, you know, who's gonna see anything below here? So
It's cozy. Comfort is.
I was gonna say.
You guys are the first Irish streamers? Yeah, there's not many people who are. There's not many Irish streamers. Full stop. Jean's not Irish. But she is in her soul.
I was gonna say, I'm getting there.
We get
I'm
it.
at least as
Irish.
pale as Daxter.
Cringe. I was saying to Eldo earlier, I find it so cringy when Irish streamers push out as much as they can that they're Irish.
Oh no.
It's so cringy, you know, like, come and watch my stream. You'll have the best old crack with an Irish lad, and they just keep pushing Irish, because a lot of countries in the world like the Irish. But it's so cringy. It's so cringy.
The only one that I don't mind is still cringe, but only because it's his brand. Is Jacksepticeye.
Jacksepticeye is not too bad, but I think he exaggerates the accent a bit.
You want some potatoes?
Deputy Merlin to you.
I don't know how he's so squeaky, because he's from like Meath or Offaly
Exactly.
or some shit.
He's a biffo.
Hey you guys. Biffo.
Big ignorant
After
fucker
that,
from
they're
Offaly,
all
boy. I went to international Bible school and there were British girls and boys overplayed their accent to be hot. And I was so angry at it. Oh god. International Bible school. That sounds like great crack.
It sounds like, yeah. I want to hear that story.
No, I'm not. I'm drunk smoking is what I'm doing.
Drunk smoking.
Yeah, because I recently quit. Well, quit except for when drinking. So
Okay.
6 days of the week, except for Christmas when I was drinking most days of the week. I don't smoke anymore. I used to be like chain smoking like crazy, and ooh, that went far. Yeah, so I just have to work on getting rid of these when I'm drinking, and I'm all good to go. So that's my next one. That's going to be like my first task of 2021.
Don't say that, because you'll be smoking after midnight.
Do you guys have any I hate resolutions, but do you guys have anything that you'd like to do in 2021?
Not like going cold turkey, weaning off. Only fools go cold turkey. or if
You
they have,
calling me a fool?
or else they have a whole lot of willpower. You didn't let me finish the sentence.
Take the compliment.
Gene,
So
perception, do you have any?
first of all,
Sorry, go
wait,
ahead.
let
Go ahead.
me emphasize on that real quick. First of all, that might sound very teacher or mom like, but I'm fucking proud of you. Good job for quitting smoking. That is a very, very good choice. So, yeah, but just go fucking cold turkey. Just from one day to the other, just say fuck it and just don't do it anymore. I swear to God, I did that, and cigarettes are now disgusting to me. Like, I went as far as looking for whatchamacallit, like replacements for other things because I could not stand the smell or taste of tobacco anymore. And I think once you reach that stage, you're good. You're over it.
I was off them for a year and a half, almost 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and then after, we had almost like a week long of drunken stints, and like each hungover day, my friends were like, "Oh, go on, have one," and sure, by that time I had long given up my vape or whatever that I
Mhm.
could have used just to get by, but yeah, by the end of that like week, I was back on them again, and hate
Okay.
myself for it. But it's time to try again. We will do better.
Gene, do you have any goals for 21?
Yes and no. I mean, right now I don't have influence on shit. The gyms are closed. I can't really make any resolutions in that department, but I want to be more consistent with self-care because I'm a person that like I tend to catch the big sad very very bad. It takes a lot out of me to like care enough about myself to not get to that point, and I want to be more consistent with that.
Good.
So that's definitely a resolution, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I kind of need to take care of myself more in 21 in terms of mentally. I think 2020, I definitely put myself down. I've never hated myself as much as I did this year. And I kind of want to get through that in 2021. Maybe lose a bit of weight, you know, the typical lose a bit of weight, get stronger. But mentally get stronger about myself and my confidence, and I'll be happy.
Yep, right there with you. Wait, and which way do we have to high five? Where are we on the stream?
High five towards Yoda.
Yeah, here. Let's do
Come
it.
over,
Let's
way over. Past Yoda.
Way over. Wait.
Straight across. Don't lean back.
Brett, wait. You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, there we go. Way. There we go.
Better?
Yeah, we got it.
Are we doing it? Cool beans. Nice.
What's your favorite unusual fact?
We'll get an example.
Unusual fact.
Beardy's right here in November. Right here.
Yeah.
Beardy just shaved and became a lot more attractive, and now he's Gene.
Don't let him hear that. I still feel bad about the chunky Shia LaBeouf stuff, so I probably have to make it up to him some way.
I have to post that shit post and let people do what they will with it. That green screen's there for a reason.
Yeah, I can use it. Do not give a fuck is mental fitness.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Like, honestly, holy soul, I don't give a shit what people think about me, but I do care about what I think about myself. And I think in 2021, I absolutely killed myself, like, mentally. I didn't like myself at all. I became very negative. And I want to improve that for 21.
I'm sorry for laughing. I just read, don't be, he's a chunky, beardy American.
Bert just loves the word Americunt.
I love that too now. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks, November. Sorry, fact. I think that was our next question. What's your weirdest, or what's your favorite unusual fact?
I don't know, like what's unusual? Something about like evolutionary biology would not be unusual to me, but probably to 90% of other people on this planet. So,
My factor's kind of going to be on evolutionary biology.
spit it out. Let me
Like,
hear it.
unusual
Jesus.
fact.
Spit it on me.
Female mallards, like the ducks, have
Uh-huh.
two vaginas, and one is a fake vagina to stop them getting raped by other ducks.
Because ducks are one of the only species that actually impregnates their females by rape, which is fucking sad in itself. But if the female duck is like, hey, fuck your DNA, you look ugly as shit, I don't want that, then she puts the dick in her fake vagina. And they can actually, like, I don't think they think about it, but the sperm just does not reach the uterus. That's how cool that is. I love that you brought that up.
Thank you.
Okay. Double vaginas. Nice. That's a pretty hot way to start this discussion. I
want to hear something else?
Yeah,
about
go.
vaginas? Oh, yeah. So cats, I don't know if I told you, but so male cats have like spikes on their dick. So
yes,
when they do the thing, then the cat's vagina gets so destroyed and swollen that other male cats have problems putting their dicks in. So, yeah.
Isn't that
That's
why
pretty
like
spiky.
the mushroom tip on a lad is that shape? Is so that when he's coming out, he literally like drags the walls, and if there's semen in there, he's able to like extract that semen out. Am I right in saying that? Like, isn't that why the phallus of a penis is that shape? Is so that when it goes in, when it's on the way out, it actually drags the vaginal walls and it's able to clear out any other sperm that's in there. Perception, don't you be putting your hand in your fucking fit.
No, I'm laughing at Bert. I don't like it here anymore. And it takes a lot for Bert to do that. No, but like, wait, to drag the coom out? No, but if he was like
yeah, but think about the shape.
He'd want to keep it there.
Think about the shape of your penis head. It's like smooth at the top, but then it has like at the bottom of the head, it's kind of sharp edges. So like it curls in a lot. So it's able to capture coom on the way out. I don't know. Gene is checking.
Yep. Blah 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 blah.
My dick doesn't have mushrooms.
I mean, if there's actually mushrooms growing on your dick, go see a doctor. I heard that's not good.
Shit. He has a weird penis shape.
Oh yeah.
Gene?
So apparently the human penis is very unique because chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans, or however you pronounce that, have such a less extravagant phallic design.
That's the last thing I would have called a penis is extravagant.
Oh, here, magnetic imaging studies of heterosexual couples having sex reveal that during coitus, the typical penis completely expands and occupies the vaginal tract, and with full penetration can even reach the woman's cervix and lift their uterus. That is very painful, by the way. This combined with the fact that human ejaculate is expelled with great force and over considerably long distances, up to 2 feet if not contained, suggests that men are designed to release sperm into the uppermost portion of the vagina. Blah, 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 blah.
Is this for humans or cats?
No, this is for humans. Yeah. So how did nature equip men to solve the adaptive problem of other men impregnating their sexual partners? Yeah, and this is why the male penis is so considerably long. So you stick it all the way up to get your semen as close to the cervix as possible. And that ensures that you are the one to impregnate the female. So the longer your dick, there you go. So size does matter, apparently.
Man, I'm fucked. Fuck.
Wait, we were talking about the edging thing last night. If you're edging, you're gonna bump past 2 feet. 2 feet.
Gonna end up in her fucking brain.
I was gonna say, impregnate my brain.
We got
Sorry,
those
guys.
coom sweaters here.
Coon sweater. So it's length over girth. I think, Darth, in terms of like spreading your seed and actually impregnating effectiveness, maybe length. But
Girth is for pleasure.
girth is for pleasure. Yo, Shadoobie, small PP gang, up top, my man. I'm not alone.
Are you?
You know what?
Are you at my curtains or at my
Gene,
door?
just don't say anything, please, please. Just let me have this moment.
Dax, where are you? Where are you? Curtains or door?
Door. Hit
Door.
it up. Hit it up. Boom, brother.
No PP gang. Yay!
Yeah, no PP gang is pretty cool as well.
But yeah, it's funny. They even talk about cat penises here. So apparently, it's either the selective pressure is getting the sperm to the uterus as close as possible, or make the vagina inaccessible to other males. So it's funny because they talk about the cat penis back here, so very on the bottom, and yeah. So either you make the vagina inaccessible to other males, or you make schlong dong long, so you can go deep and close. So yeah, there you go. You're welcome. That was interesting.
There you go now, lads. There's some interesting facts for you about penises and...
Sorry if that crushed some hopes and dreams tonight, but there you go.
Right, next
Science.
one. Most people are good. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Gene.
I think most people are very unaware, and most people are very selfish, because I mean, at the end of the day, that ensures their survival. So evolutionarily speaking, that is smart. But I wouldn't say people are good. I would say the more evolved the human species get, or like the more social we become, the more aware of what's going on in the universe we become, the more we choose to be good to others. But I wouldn't say that most people are necessarily good.
I think people have I think most people have good intentions.
Yeah.
But good is a construct we made. I like to think that most people are good or try to do good in the world. You know, as I think everyone knows from my previous Tins and Gins, I'm quite optimistic for the human species. I think we have a chance to actually do something good, and I don't see everyone as bad people. And of course, there is bad people out there, but I hope to see the good in everyone. Yeah, I'd agree that. What was the quote? Most people are good. I'd like to say not that most people are good, but most people have good intentions. They try to do good. Percy?
Yeah. I think I'd probably agree with Dax. Just from personal experience, I've met far more nice people, or at least considerate people, than I have dislikable people, or whatever you want to say. So I'd like to think most people are good, if not have good intentions.
Hey,
For the most
Beardy.
part.
I was gonna
Beardy,
say,
look.
what
Beardy,
was
you're
that?
here. I'm kissing you on the inside.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Doesn't having good intentions make them good?
Yeah, but as Battery just said, more accurately, most people think of themselves of having good intentions, but it doesn't mean they're always good in practice.
Yeah.
I think like how developed the human species is, I'm sure we've developed from doing bad things, but I think we've developed to a point of from doing good things as well. I think we've probably developed more as a species from doing good than bad in terms of like our technology and stuff like that. I know, I'm an optimist as well, so just fucking ignore me.
No. I admire that mindset. Like, I'm a person, I see bad everywhere, and I had to learn to see the good in people. But I think we, as the human race, gained more from war than we did from peaceful times.
There's a question.
There's never really been peaceful times though.
Do you think if like
That
is true.
religion and wars didn't happen, would be a much more advanced species, or do you think that those things were necessary to get to where we are
Yes.
today?
Especially like I am a non-believer. I do not believe in the abstract construct of a sky daddy. Like I'm not here for that. But I think humanity needed religion to sort themselves out, to not let the right of the stronger person prevail.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, but I don't know.
I think religion was necessary at the start.
Mhm.
I think religion was necessary to keep people aligned and like set moral codes and stuff like that. And obviously, you don't need moral codes from religion today. But
I mean, we do. Don't steal. Don't fuck your neighbor's wife.
yeah, but like that should be the right thing to do. Like I said before, I said this on stream, but Gene, I think you weren't around when I said this, but just say you were at home one day and you got a message from the fourth dimension. It was actually God that said, "Hey, I exist. Gene, I need you to do this thing." Okay?
Huh?
And morally, it's God. You should do what he says because, you know, he's the being of everyone. But if he said, "Gene, I need you to go to this school and shoot up these kids or whatever," would you do it? Because if you didn't do it, that means you have morals that are somehow outside of God. You know, you're not. It's something that God is asking you to do.
Jordan Peterson had entered the chat.
But it's really like God has asked you to do this thing, but are you going to do it? And if you say no, you're against his morals. Then, you know, you're going against what he believes. But it's so that means there must be something else driving you not to do this.
First of all, I would check myself into a fucking mental institution. If I would hear things that are not actually there, then I'm a crazy motherfucker.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
thank you.
We
I
could-
was just gonna get
we
up
could
and
all
get
pull out
it.
Travis
This
Israelite.
is my Bible.
As
This
much
is
as
my
we-
fucking Bible.
As much as
Do all
people,
three of us have this?
yeah, as much as people, I know, there's some people in chat that hate Jordan Peterson, and I know, as much as people hate him, he does have some good advice, and it's not that his advice is original, but he can put it into terms that people can understand. He changes it into English,
Yes.
and I think that's pretty good.
Hey, I was gonna say, you know, he's gonna bring out another book next year, and I can't wait to read that because he's kind of take the opposite approach. Like 12 Rules for Life was all about order, and now he's gonna talk about what
Chaos.
happens if you have too much order in your life. Yeah, you need some degree of chaos. And I don't know, like, I'm not gonna lie, and this is maybe like a little too personal right now, but when I found Jordan Peterson, I was in the darkest place in my life. I was in an abusive relationship for 4.5 years. Like the dude, I told you that yesterday, Dax. Like there was like he got physical, and that was something that held me so captive and so fucking like in my own head that I was not worth being treated better. That when I found Jordan Peterson, it was like an epiphany, like the light went back on for the first time in a long time. And that's why I'm like so fucking prone to what he says. I'm literally fucking like, I've read his book 4 times, and yeah, everything he says makes so much fucking sense to me. And the fucking like biblical series on YouTube that changed my whole fucking view on religion. Like I used to think fucking religion is useless, like nobody fucking needs that. What kind of retarded assholes that hold on to something just because they can't accept that life is fucking horrible. And yeah, I don't know, like I'm very sorry, but Jordan Peterson is, yeah, he's my internet daddy basically. Yeah. I have a picture of him framed. That's how
Do you need 10 minutes alone? We can get you back in if you want to.
Yes, please. I'll be back. Oh, Jordan Peterson.
Jordan. No, I agree. Jordan Peterson's great. I understand why some people do not like him. I completely understand that, but
Yes.
I think overall his message is more good than bad.
Exactly.
And I think everyone could benefit from listening to his stuff.
what
Like
Batter just said, the future authoring program, that is something, of course, he makes money with this, but he literally gives people their lives back. And I mean that in a like actual life sense. Like they want to live again. And that is something that is, yeah, I don't know, that tickled my wickle there.
I don't find that he speaks above you or anything like that. Like he's human. Like he tries to convey these principles and that he's been learning for years and years
Thanks,
into
Snail.
like layman terms to like the everyday person, so they can find their own meaning in it as
Yeah.
well. And like he's human at the end of the day. He only went into to rehab a year or two ago. Like he's not the perfect being, and he doesn't like preach himself to be. Sometimes he has bad takes, but we all do.
Exactly.
So
And he is able to like reflect on his own behavior, and that's what I love. He does that in public. He's not like this goody two shoes kind of guy that has a pristine image, but I don't know. He like
Question. What do you think about his daughter, Michaela?
don't know much about her daughter other than the name.
yeah.
As much as I like Jordan, I kind of like his daughter. She has some good stuff, but I don't know, some of the stuff she preaches are just like, really? Like, I
Their
understand.
carnivore diet
I understand
shit.
the carnivore diet. Like, there is some benefits in terms of like autoimmune diseases and things like that. But thinking that, oh, I was eating lettuce, and you know, I got rid of lettuce and my life changed. I think like, you know, I think some of it is just kind of like, ah, really? And it's
But
all
I
based off
think-
of anecdotes, most of it.
Yes and no. Like she literally, if she has sources, she will cite
Your-
them. But the problem that I think she makes it pretty clear that she's a very special case. She has this autoimmune disease that
Yeah, she's really
basically
fucked up.
almost killed her. Yeah. But she says that a lot. So I don't have the feeling that she propagates that the all meat diet and getting rid of lettuce is like gonna save humanity. Quite the contrary. But I don't know, like I like her because I mean obviously she's his daughter. She has a lot of him like going for her, but I don't know how to say this in a respectful way. I just don't like how she portrays herself.
I think she portrays herself in a sense of like, okay, I'm on the carnivore diet. This is why, and it feels like it's nearly how vegans portray themselves to people who aren't vegan. They're just like, oh, I hold a higher ground to you. No, I respect vegans. I understand in terms of like animal, you know, welfare and morality and stuff like that. I completely agree with what vegans have going. But when it comes to like, you know, veganism is better in terms of like health and diet and stuff like that, that's where, you know, the evidence doesn't show that, and you're like, really? And I find that Michaela kind of does that as well. She kind of shoves some things down your throat that's kind of like, hey, I do this and you don't, therefore I hold a higher ground than you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here, I'll be back in a sec. I gotta go take a group photo for New Year's Eve. And the next question, sorry, before I go, is what are some words you use just to sound smart? I'm going to start this off before I go. I don't use this word, but a word that people do use, and I know somebody who did use it today, and I was talking about today, facetious.
Does that have something to do with feces?
BRB. Eldo, I know you use it. You did use it, but you don't use it to sound smart, but you did use it, and that's just a word I can think of. Right, BRB.
Yeah, I know, like there are words that like I try refrain myself from using words that like if I don't know the actual definition of it myself, I'll try not use it. Sometimes I know how a word is supposed to be used in context, but I don't know like why exactly it's supposed to be there in context. But
Yep.
I don't think, maybe unless like I get drunk or something like that in the past, I don't know if I ever use words, especially certain words, to sound smarter. Because I know I'm not an incredibly smart individual as it is, so I don't really want to give anyone a bit of a glass ceiling on what they think I can do.
Hey, I mean that's very like self-reflective of you. I respect that. Um, I don't know. I think for me it's kind of a two-split sword because English is not my native language, so I do use certain words that sound smarter to, but it depends like exactly, indubitably, and I don't even know how to pronounce that. I just think it sounds cool.
I see
But
indubitably. Sorry to cut you off. I just think of Shadoobie. Have you ever watched 7 Days in Hell? That's the only reason why I know that fucking word.
I don't know. It's like it depends
I'm
who I'm
sorry.
talking to. It's like
Yeah.
when I'm streaming, I realized I say motherfucker so much that Samuel L. Jackson would probably like be very proud of me. But on the other hand, if I'm like talking to people that I don't know and I want to talk about, especially when I talk about something very scientific, like I try to sound as smart as possible so I seem credible. I mean, I know a lot of shit, but if you portray it in a way that you sound like you don't know what you're talking about, then
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I got what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, like if you're talking about something scientific, you want to use some of that scientific lingo to make not even to make it sound like you know what you're on about, but just to make the other person like believe or ensure that they know that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't know. I can also explain like fucking protein synthesis with like a lot of curse words, but it makes it sound less smart, I feel like. It makes it more understandable for people who don't have that like scientific view of the world. But yeah, I don't know. Here, what a fucking Bert said. Some people join the stream because you curse. I had so many kids come into my chat telling me, please curse less. Oh God, don't say motherfucker. My mom's
Oh
watching. And I'm
no.
like, bro, this is the 18 plus stream. Like, why the fuck you even in here?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I curse a lot.
So do I.
Very
We
professional.
all do here.
Fucking shit dicks, you know? It's time for another non-alcoholic fucking beverage.
Wait, sorry. So it's Battery Aziz. Where are y'all from? Dax. Wait, no. Dax and I are from Ireland, and Jean is from Germany, Deutschland.
It's Deutschland. Yes, yes. Cunt nuggets, yes. Y'all are my fucking cunt nuggets.
I knew you had an 18 plus stream. Remember, it was just after Dax done the he finished it fully on Ultra Nightmare, and I came in and I just went, he fucking did a can. You were just like,
What?
did you just call me a cunt?
Yeah,
Howie.
you motherfucker, I called you a cunt, bitch.
I died. I died on the other end of that screen. Just like, no, I didn't mean to call. I wasn't calling you a cunt. I just like, you just fucking did a can.
Alright, what's going on?
Or just talking about like what you initiated, and then we ended up if cursing is, yeah, it makes it sound smarter or not, and yeah.
Yeah, we're like, can we curse too much?
I know about you, but whatever way my fingers are shaped, I can never open this shit. I just can't get my fucking. I just can't do it. I'm like, I don't know if I have like round fingers or what, but I just can never get under the fucking. Oh damn it!
Oh, Dax is probably my favorite cunt. That's what I can say.
Jesus, I would say back to Gene, but the Americans might take it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Dax old A-pass? Yeah, my granddad was a fucking gorilla. Well, princess, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that shit back.
Confused Oonga Booga.
Confused
just say it in like a false Australian accent.
Gene's my favorite cunt.
You're my favorite cunt.
No, you're my
Your
favorite
cunt.
cunt. Not favorite cunt.
That was crazy. Just speaking of the word cunt, I was I remember I was watching. There's an Irish comedian called David McSavage, and I was watching the DVD with my sister one evening, and I was like 12 or 13 at the time, and he would say he would just like sprout with cunt from time to time, and my sister, even though she's not uncommon to foul language at the same time, and she'd be like, I fucking hate when he says that word. I'm like, what, the C word? Because that was back when I didn't curse around family, and she's like, yeah, do you know what that means? I was just like, no.
Yeah,
And then she went into fucking, it means a woman's vagina and
yeah,
a
but
derogatory
in
term.
Ireland
It's
it
just like,
doesn't mean that.
okay,
It doesn't mean that in
whoa.
Ireland.
I was gonna say I think so many words have lost their actual meaning. I'm not talking about like the N word or like even the F word. I try not to use anymore because I realize that that's very derogatory towards homosexual people. And
Oh, I was like, fuck.
Oh.
Why is she talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Ireland, Gene, in Ireland, if you were to call somebody a F word, as you're talking now, that people call homosexuals, in Ireland, you don't mean like you homosexual. It just means you fucking cunt. Like, it just, you know, it's just.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't know. At the end of the day, I think we have a problem with like the speech and thought police these days. So in Ireland, it doesn't mean that. But if a fucking, I don't know.
But people have made it to be that, like a Fairy Tale in New York. Over the last 3 years, that's come over ridiculous scrutiny because
You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy
you
faggot.
cheap lousy faggot. Merry Christmas, you arse.
But the thing is,
Thank God it's our last.
that's the exact
And,
that's
like-
an exact example of using it in Ireland. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy faggot. They don't mean you cheap lousy homosexual. It just means you cheap lousy faggot. Like, it's I think the word,
It's like you're raggedy bastard.
the word, that F word came up before I think it became associated with a homosexual rather than a homosexual being associated with that word. Do you get me? So I think that word maybe existed before, and then people just said, hey, let's start calling homosexuals this word. But in Ireland, we never got to that step.
Yeah, I see. I think because I'm not a native English speaker, a lot of curse words in English don't really have that meaning to me. But like cunt, for example, I don't see that as like a derogatory term for vagina. Like I see it as a universal. You're a cunt. You're a cunt. Everybody's a cunt.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And then it's weird when I'm like watching porn, I hear somebody say it in the term. It's just such a turn off. It's like, oh no, I can't watch this shit anymore.
I was gonna. Does anybody fucking call a pussy a cunt in a sexual
like,
context?
oh fuck my cunt. It's just like, oh no, I can't. No, I can't. Like, it's just like, ew.
Like, fuck my pussy, yeah, but fuck my cunt. Oh, that's so wrong. Oh,
it's just, yeah, it's wrong. And then they start
Well,
pissing
how
on each
much
other, and you're like,
do
yeah,
you
this
want
is
that?
definitely not the video for me. This video is wrong from the start.
I was gonna say maybe that's like a slang word in the piss community. Who knows?
Black Knight gets down with, fuck my little cunt.
Yeah. Yes, Daddy, fuck my little cunt.
Fuck my oosie. Said, bro, what are you doing?
All right. What are you doing with my cunt there? Oh no, you're Black Knight. Do not fucking use that. That a bussy? That's a fucking children's comic book in Germany. Do not ruin my childhood. Yes, the fucking bussy bear. Don't do me like, do not ruin my childhood. Please, please let me have one little thing, please.
Sometimes I do use that.
Really?
It's just because it's short for boy pussy.
Oh boy, okay.
You trying to fuck that boy
Is that
pussy?
what on
aren't you?
mangina?
I think so.
Mangina.
I don't know whether it's the actual asshole or it's the gooch to where like it looks like a.
What? No, I just thought when you tuck your dick in between your legs and it looks like a vagina. That's a mangina. But I don't know if that's a bussy. Maybe bussy is different.
I don't know.
Pussy bear.
Oh, boy pussy is a butthole.
Yeah, I shouldn't have told you
I was
that.
thinking that, yeah.
Can't be trusted. Well, you can't be trusted.
Right, so it is 2200. So yeah, it's an hour away from Gene celebrating New Year. Yay!